Hey everyone, it's Skipper Mark, and I'm super excited to announce that in addition to making videos about cars and trucks, as well as some travel videos whenever we get a chance to go somewhere, we're also going to be making videos about Yamaha WaveRunners. Thanks to my dad and his love of sailing, I pretty much grew up living on the water. Throughout my teens and early 20s, my love of sailing continued, but I spent most of my time on windsurfers. As I got older, my love of sailing changed to powerboats. A couple years ago, we went up to Lake Winnipesaukee and we rented some WaveRunners and we fell in love with them. Last year, we made a day trip up to the lake with the sole purpose of renting them again. After our 2-hour rental was up, Matt and I said it was something we love, and we decided at that point that we wanted to get our own. A couple weeks ago, we went to the Hartford boat show so we could see all the WaveRunners, jet skis, and Sea-Doos in person, but we had kind of made up our mind at that point and already knew that we wanted to get the Yamaha VX Cruiser WaveRunners. Several dealers had WaveRunners on display, but they only had 1 or 2 models. Motorsports Nation, which is one of the largest dealers in the New England area, had tons of WaveRunners by Yamaha, Sea-Doos, and Kawasaki jet skis. So we were able to look at each model, see the differences between them, but we had already decided before we got to the show that we really wanted the Yamahas, so that's what we ended up going with. Throughout the process, we worked with 2 salesmen, Brian Cooper and Joshua. I don't know his last name, but if you are in the market for any of those outdoor adult toys, such as a jet ski, motorcycle, ATV, something like that, I highly, highly recommend giving them a call. They have 3 locations, one in Connecticut, I think it's Waterford is the town. They have a location in Plainfield, Connecticut, and then the store where we went in Seekonk, Massachusetts. We got a call last week that they were in, and so we loaded up the Jeep and made the 2-hour drive to pick them up. It was a little bit far, but they made the process super, super easy. Both Josh and Brian were great to work with. Before bringing them home, Matt wanted to practice backing up, so we went to a large parking lot not too far from our house. He did great, just as I expected he would, so we weren't there very long. When we went home, we put him in the driveway and then checked him out. I'll show you some of their features now. So the VX Cruiser is actually the same machine as the VX Deluxe. The only difference is a couple features, such as this one has 2 cleats. There's one over here on the left side and then one over here on the right side. And it has a different step in the back so that when you get on, you have a little bit more padding area. The first storage area that's easily accessible when you're on the water is this compartment here. It's a glove box. On the right is this phone compartment, and then you've got kind of like this rubbery tray in there. I don't know if it comes out. I can't do it because I'm using one hand to hold the camera. But on the left side there, you've got a cigarette lighter, and on the right side, you've got a USB port, and those are supposed to be waterproof, or at least very water resistant. My only concern is, like, if I wanted to put a GPS on it, I don't know how I would plug it in and then have the cord come out over here, because it's got this lip, and then up in the top here it has like a rubber seal, so I'm not sure if you're able to get a cord through there. One thing I really like about the Yamahas, and this may be something that the Kawasaki's and Sea-Doos have as well, but they have these mounts here, and these are for the RAM system, which is kind of a universal system to mount things like GPSs, phones, and cameras, and all sorts of stuff. But what you do is you can go to their website, which I'll link to below. I think it's rammounts.com, but you get a ball attachment that goes in here, and then you can get accessories for it. So you can put like a GPS up here, or your phone. You can use a navigation app on your phone. Navionics is what I use. This here is the front trunk, or as some people call it, the frunk. One thing that's a little different about Yamahas versus Sea-Doos, on Sea-Doos, the whole steering wheel, and this whole assembly lifts up, so when you're sitting here you can flip it up and get inside your frunk. But here you have to kind of reach up over the steering wheel, and then you open up this area, and then you have access to the frunk. I don't like that word frunk, it sounds weird, but that's what it's called. So the reason I wanted the Cruiser Edition over the Deluxe was not really because of the cleats, but because of the seat. The Cruiser Edition has a bigger seat here, and the main driver's seat is still pretty good on the Deluxe, but what I like is this passenger seat here and here. And when Nancy's riding on it, I wanted her to feel comfortable and have something to sit against and kind of hold her in place. So that to me is really nice. One thing that these came with that I didn't need or even really want was a set of speakers. There's 2 on each ski. They're, I think, 59 watts each. The dealer said they go really loud and sound really good. Personally, when I'm out on a jet ski, I'm gonna want to be out talking with Matt and just having fun riding around, enjoying the scenery, not blasting music. But he said they really help with the resale value later on, and most people want them. So who knows, maybe I'll end up liking them. I'm not sure, but that was an option that pretty much is like a standard thing. I guess it's probably like, you know, air conditioning on cars. It's kind of standard now. One thing that I really like about the Yamahas over the Sea-Doos is the way you fill the gas. On a Sea-Doo, you actually have to flip your whole steering section up, you know, the whole frunk and everything, and then inside where the glove box would be, or maybe in front of the glove box, but in the main compartment, you actually have to put the hose in there and fill it up. So you're putting gas in where like all your towels are and everything like that. And to me, I don't know, I just didn't like that. Not that I spill gas or anything, but you know, you never know what can happen if you're filling out on a lake and it's rough and a wave comes, it could splash out, and then you've ruined your towels or your lunch or whatever. So with the Yamahas, you actually fill it right here. You just unscrew this, put the hose in, and go, and you're done. Very simple, very easy. One downside, because we have a double trailer, is that to fill mine, it's over here in the middle of the 2 skis, and we'll have to drape the hose across, but I don't think that'll be too bad. We can probably come across the front here and get it over there. I think it'll reach. I don't think there'll be too much of a problem. One thing I really like about the Triton trailers, and this may be something other trailers have as well, I'm just not familiar with them, but it's this this step here, I'm gonna call it, or a plank or gangway, but it's this wide area. It looks like it's about 6 inches wide, and it just allows you to walk between the skis, easily get up into the front of them, and you know, you can go in your frunk, and if you need to, it's beyond where you step onto the ski, so you can just walk all the way back, hop on your ski if you're at the lake or the ocean, and just, if you've got someone that's going to park the trailer for you, just get on your ski and back it off. Another neat thing about it is the lights, and this again may be standard on all trailers, but they're all LEDs, so they don't have to be replaced. Super bright, really easy to spot. It's just February right now, so the weather's still really cold, but we hope to start going out in these as soon as it gets warm, and we'll have a lot of videos about using them, lakes and areas in Connecticut, New York, and the New England area that we go visit. So if you would, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I've never actually asked anybody to do that, but that would be awesome if you could do that. If not, that's cool too, whatever. But as always, again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate that. Thanks, and have a great day.